Well, this is a wonderful, delightful surprise to be speaking with both of you. But the first thing that I want to know from Vanessa's perspective first, did either of you know each other before casting in the show? Can't tell from the on-screen nature of it.
Yeah, you know what? We did know each other before Turner and Hooch. Actually, we have been friends for a decade or more than a decade, Becca. Is that the count?
Yeah.
It might be 10 years. We met on a little show. I don't know if you heard of it, but it was called Glee. And we had a little stint on that show together and became fast friends. And then Turner and Hooch, and we get to play like in a little love triangle together in this show. So
I appreciate that you took the softball and then you hit it out of the park right there.
You're a great player, and it's an honor to be on your team.
It's what we do. I find the show very interesting because as a viewer, the first episode you see it and you go, I think this is a kid/family show. And that second episode, you get all the Die Hard references and you go, maybe the pilot was just the setup to the whole thing. Maybe there's some turns here. Mm-hmm. Do you know, and I'll throw this to Becca first, do you get the scripts far in advance? Because I know you're recurring per se, or do you just get, here's this week's show?
The creators of the show were really on top of it, and they kind of knew exactly going into it where every character's going and what's going to happen. So we had an ample amount of time with the scripts before we would actually shoot the show. And we've been on shows in the past. I know that I have, where you'll get the script the night before. So it's always like, oh, this is interesting. I wasn't prepared to see this, but this was great. They were really courteous of us knowing exactly where our character was going and what was going to happen in each episode. And getting the scripts was an exciting day just because they get better and better. I can say that it was through the end, each one just, got more exciting.
Yeah, the more junkets, the more interviews you do, is the more you find out which shows are protective and they're like, here's your 4 pages, you don't need to know anything else, or which ones go, hey, we're a family, you should know everyone who knows everything, and that's it. So it's good to hear that it's an inviting atmosphere. Now, Vanessa, it's not spoiling anything to see how comfortable you are with animals on camera. Did you grow up with pets, or is this a crash course in getting comfortable with animals for you?
This was a crash course in getting comfortable with animals. I have had, I had a budgie, but I also had a 17-year-old toy poodle for its entire life. Her name was Marcy. She was about this big. So I thought I knew something about dogs. And then I got to this show and I didn't know anything about dogs. And I was happy to learn. And I felt really, it felt really rewarding to be able to not only have an amazing job on a Disney Plus show with amazing actors and actresses, but then I got this gift, which was a new relationship with our, best friends, our 4-legged friends. I learned how to build trust and relationships with these dogs and see things through their eyes and notice the differences of their personalities and how that affects their behavior. I mean, it was like getting a degree in
animal on set
psychology, really.
There you go. Becca, did you grow up with pets?
I did. I come from a long line of dog lovers. So my mom was joking the other day that from the time I was, I think 2, I have slept with a dog in my bed every single day, I think, with maybe a year or 2 in between. So I am dog crazy. I've always had small dogs as well. And I wasn't sure what it would be like to be around these big French Mastiffs. And it was even better than I could have imagined. They're just like meaty little bodies and their giant slobbery faces. They will get you out of any bad mood if you walk on set and you just see their little faces. They're so photogenic too.
I'm learning new things every day. Well, the last question for both of you, being super mindful and courteous of your time here, is we, the press, only got the first 3 episodes. We're going to have to, with the general populace, wait to see the rest. But are we going to get a musical episode? And if so, solos from both of you in there?
I still want to say yes here. I just want to say yes. Maybe
Good lie.
we can keep the mystery alive.
Season two. Keep watching.
Sweeps week. Well, thank you both for your time. Really
Thank you.
great to see what it is you're doing on screen. Looking forward to everything to come. Thank you for your time.
Darren.
Thanks, Darren.
Paltrocast.